we see this group of 4 riders heading down the start-finish straight. Irachi at the back of the group comes soaring through, and that's the advantage of the slipstream here in Estoril. Will de Sora be able to capitalise on it? No, not quite. Koen Merfels defends the race lead heading into the final lap.
Yeah, and of course the 46 that got the track limits warning, that is de Sora, the man in second spot, so he's got to make sure that he's able to keep himself between the white lines, give himself the best chance of attacking on Koen Merfels. We know that he's strong into turn 7, that's where he's going to try and make his move for the race win.
Merfels leads the way. It's de Sora in second position. Irachi has now found his way to the front of the secondary group ahead of Yuta Akaya, Bahatin Sofoglu, Mika Perez, the race 1 winner, once again in contention for the podium positions. He's in 6th. Kawakami, Sabatucci, Kalanin, and Jeffrey Bowes now up inside the top 10, the 2020 world champion. But he's not going to be able to get to top spot in this race, at least, as Samuel de Sora looks to the inside line and cuts across the front of Koen Merfels to lead going into turn 6.
Yeah, that's clever as well by Koen Merfels as well. We saw him have a look over his shoulder on the run down that back straight. He wanted to make sure where his rival was, because he'll also know that if the 61 runs out wide again, he's already on a limit, Okaya. But if you are out in front leading on to that start finish straight, you're easy prey in the 300 class on that run to the start finish line. So certainly right now Koen Merfels has his bike in the right place.
Koen Merfels is in the pound seats. He's thinking about a manoeuvre on at Samuel de Sora. He might be...
Was that a Irachi that's gone down?
From the 3rd position as well, coming into the final sector, down goes Bruno Irachi, just a couple of corners from the finish. Samuel de Sora trying to break away from Koen Merfels. It's now or never for the Dutchman. Could it be back-to-back second places for Koen Merfels, or can he get the run off the final turn? Both looking for their first victory of the season. It's de Sora who has the advantage. Merfels looking for his first win since Aragon 2018, and he's done it. Koen Merfels times things to perfection off the final turn to win the final race of the 2020 season. Heading in towards the final lap now. This moment is critical in the context of the race. Who gets the run off the final turn, down the start-finish straight, into the final lap? Myers has got the slipstream on Ertl, your race leader, on the number 5 Kawasaki, who moves to the inside to block his teammate. The reaction from the Kawasaki garage, who don't want to see their men wipe one another out. Ertl's got it ever so slightly wrong around turn 1, had to back it off because Myers hit the front. De Rosa comes through for second place, and Locatelli has pushed Ertl back down into P4. That's disappointing for Philip Ertl. It's still good enough in the context of his championship, with Jules Cluzel down in 9th position, but his chances of signing off with a victory now look to be over as Locatelli attacks on De Rosa. He wants to have a go for this victory. First time we're going to see Locatelli beaten in a straight-up fight by the looks of it, because Luca Myers is breaking clear.
Yeah, Myers doing a really good job here to be able to stretch out this lead, because he knows that turn 9 is the last opportunity for anyone to attack him. So that's where Locatelli needs to attack into 6. He's not close enough to do it. So for Lucas Myers right now, he knows he has to defend into turn 9, the start of the chicane, and other than that, it's going to be very difficult for anyone else to try and make a move on him.
Odendal down the inside of Viñales takes 5th position away, so it's now Myers, De Rosa, Locatelli, Ertl, and with that fight behind between Viñales and Odendal, Locatelli closing right in on Raffaele De Rosa. So many times the MV Augusta man has finished in 2nd position, and it looks as though he's going to finish in 2nd again unless Locatelli can get through. He tries to dive bomb down the inside at turn 9. De Rosa holds firm on the outside of the chicane. It's Locatelli who's got the speed and the pace. He can't quite get there for the moment at least. De Rosa, though, defending 2nd position, is not going to get to Luca Myers, who's broken well clear on this final lap. And Luca Myers, in his final appearance in the Supersport World Championship before graduating to Superbike next year, takes his 2nd victory of the season and his 2nd win in 3 races. It's close over the line for 2nd place, and Locatelli has just got there. Raffaele De Rosa still on the podium but gets 3rd, and behind it Stephen Odendal for 4th position, who passes Philip Ertl, who was the race leader in the closing stages, and ends up down in P5 in a pulsating Supersport race. First visit of this championship to Estoril, and that's what it's all about. A compliment for Chaz Davies. Thank you for all of the emotions. There have certainly been a lot of emotions over the last couple of weeks or so, but the Welshman is making his way through the final sector, and there's only going to be one emotion on his mind at this stage. It has been a superlative performance all weekend long from Chaz Davies, his best Super Bowl effort of 2020. A podium finish in race number 1, and he's going to cap off the weekend in the best way of all. It's going to be a second win of 2020. His final race for Ducati ends with success. Chaz Davies wins the season finale in Estoril, a moment to remember for the rest of his career. Chaz Davies ends 7 seasons in red with a win ahead of teammate Scott Redding in second position. It's a Ducati 1-2.